So everything that in here in the tap room is old post office. So original maple floors. Everything's original, like not the with the exception of like the windows because we had to bring everything up to code. But this was the exact frame size of the original windows. We just put more energy efficient windows, and then original maple floors, original terrazzo floors when you first walked in. The vault, you may have missed it, but it's the original vault from the 30s. Whenever it was a post office where they kept like safety deposits and gold coins and like all kinds of crazy stuff back then. Right now, it's full of toilet paper, so a little bit different now than versus then. But toilet paper
has
some decent value right now.
Yeah, right.
So come on in. This area is kind of like an in-between space, so everything from the brick over to this way is all brand new. And you got this is like what they like to say, where the magic happens. Watch your step right here. Yeah, little dip right there. Yeah, so we operate on a 15-barrel brew house system. We have two 30-barrel liquor tanks, cold and hot liquor tank, just to make the process a little bit more efficient, especially when we're doing loggers. Be able to knock out the beer a little bit at a colder temperature.
Yeah.
But we have the grist case, so we'll mill in the night before we brew, mill in all the beer or the grain, and shoots up into the auger, and it sits in the grist case, and that way we can control the flow of the grain into the mash, just so it doesn't drastically affect the temperature of the water. Because if we introduce it too quickly, it just will drop the water temperature too fast, and then you pay for it down the road, and you have to make up for it. And then you have the kettle, where you add bittering hops, oils, whirlpools from there, and it gets transferred into one of the 4 fermenters. Everything is full at the moment. We have a cream ale in the bright tank right now. We literally just got this extra bright tank on Friday, so it'll allow us to turn an ale a little bit faster because our lagers, pilsners, because we do everything very traditional, they hold up a tank for about 10 weeks. Because we do a traditional German style whenever it comes to those beers, and so it causes a little bit of delays in our process because of that. So having this extra bright tank will allow us to be able to turn that ale faster and get it into the bright, carve it up, and then transfer it, and everything can be packaged. Over here onto our canning line. So we have a 2.5 canning line. Cans sit here in our inline feed table, and they process down here, and they get sprayed with a little like food grade sage, cleans up the cans, quick little blast, and then they get purged with CO2 from the bottom to the top, and then from there they get filled with the beer from the bottom to the top as well. And then this is the labeler here, so all the labels get on here, and then we just package everything right here into the cases. Depending on the style of beer and what that beer is, will determine how much we package into cans versus draft. Because like certain beers, like our False Kingdom, which we're sold out of right now, it goes super fast on draft and cans. So we're kind of learning, how much to allocate for both. But like lager, it goes incredibly fast on draft, not so fast on cans because people just love just drinking like the mug. These are German style mugs straight from Germany. But yeah, so all this is brand new, trusses. So we have our glycol lines are already fitted out, so we're eventually going to buy a 30-barrel fermenter, and then we'll use that. We'll do 2 turns on our brew house and do that for our lager. So we'll have plenty. We'll split those batches into half. So we'll do half into kegs and then half packaged into cans.
Are you selling everything here?
We have a few small accounts, but 95% of everything that is sold comes out of here. Yeah, whether it's draft or cans. We have a couple small accounts, a few people that have supported us over the past few years, like bars and restaurants, that we throw them like a keg here and there. And it's just because a lot of those people are in the city, and so it's easy. It's smart to do that over there because it's just easy PR, and then they don't go across the river and come here and actually have a pint inside. So this is where all the magic happens, man. Pretty great. It's awesome. It's clean. Brew house is efficient. It does what we need it to do. The canning line's amazing. Once it gets dialed in for that run, we basically only need 1 or 2 people on the line, just someone to pull the cans off the after they get labeled, and then just someone to casually just add more cans to the feed table here. Other than that, it's pretty self-sufficient on its own once it gets dialed in for the day. But we normally knock out a canning run in about 2.5 hours. It's about how long it takes, depending on how much we keg off. If we keg off a bunch, then that runs much faster.
How many cans can you do in an hour?
We average on like an IPA. We typically average about 15 to 18 cans a minute. Yeah, so it's pretty quick.
That's awesome.
Pretty quick. Yeah, so we already have stuff in barrels. So the 6 barrels right here behind you, that's a barley wine. And then the 4 over here, those are, it's just our base stout. So just a big imperial stout, that's all that is, nothing added to it. And those have been
What kind of barrels are they?
So we have a few different things. We have some Buffalo Trace, we have some Blantons, we have some Sazerac.
Yeah, you got the big boys.
Yeah. We have a good connection for a barrel yard guy that gets stuff directly from the distilleries. I think this is the Blantons.
So it's almost
That's
all
Buffalo Trace. Say again, I'm sorry?
all bourbon barrels?
Yes, sir. Correct. Yeah. So, yeah. We got a couple bottles of that behind the bar.
Yeah.
I mean, so we drink our, like, for the 3 of us, we drink our beer all the time.
Yeah.
And we love it, but every once in a while, I just need a good, just like nice 2 or 3 finger of just like a good bourbon. So we have a nice stock of like Buffalo Trace and some Sazerac and a few other things. If that would be right. Sazerac Rye. We have Sazerac Rye, which is a kind of you can find it fairly often on the shelf. But like, so PA wine and spirits, every like 3 or 4 Wednesdays, they do release limited stuff. And this past one, there was I think there was Buffalo Trace, but just like rare stuff at retail cost. So like, we got a bottle of Weller for $49, which is essentially, I think it's essentially just different barrels. It's the same match that they do. So yeah, so the off
You don't sell them.
No, yeah. That's just for special things. Special guests. And the cold room's right here. So cold room is technically in the tap room. And just, I mean, as you know, Jake, it's just a big refrigerator.
Yeah.
Stays about 39-ish degrees, give or take. And then we load it up in cans. We have a short draft line, so it makes it very efficient so we don't lose a bunch of beer whenever a can kicks. And then whenever we're cleaning the lines, it's very fast. So we're not cleaning these lines. It's easy to clean. It's easy to maintain. There's not a lot of loss to be lost, which is nice. That was important. We didn't want to clean these lines and then have to worry about cleaning them and also whenever things kick, you know, you still have a ton of beer that's even